Okay, so we've seen a dome house, we've seen a boat, but the type of house I've been most intrigued to check out is a shipping container. I've been fascinated by these shipping container homes, and I've seen them all over the internet, so I really wanted to go and stay in one for myself to see what they actually felt like. So I found this really cool looking one in Joshua Tree, and off I went to go see what it was like. So it turns out this shipping container was built by an architect that also happens to be a YouTuber. His name is Ben. He has a whole series on how he built this thing, but I reached out to him to get all my shipping container questions answered. So today we're gonna look at a really modern, really well done shipping container, take a look at how much it costs, how long it took to build, and in general, just what they're like.
The actual house has 3 containers. There's, a main unit that has the kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. There's a guest bedroom and bathroom in a small container. And then there's like a storage room, which we haven't really done anything yet. If I end up deciding to stay there or spend more time there, I'd turn it into a home office. But right now, for Airbnb purposes, we just store all the linens in there and stuff like that.
So the main container is 40 feet by 8.5 feet wide and then 9.5 feet tall. And the second container is 20 feet by 8.5 feet wide. I know that sounds pretty small, but it actually felt pretty big. So in total, it's around 500 square feet with the 2 containers, but then you also have all this outdoor space.
All in for this, we spent about $20,000 on the land, paid cash for it, and then went through the permitting process. If we didn't get the permits, our backup plan was just to flip the land and sell that off to someone else that wanted to take a crack at it. But all in on everything, land included, we spent right around $200,000.
I was surprised it was this much because a lot of these websites make shipping containers seem like a cheap option when that isn't necessarily the case.
My background's in architecture, and I'd seen so many poorly researched articles saying things like, shipping containers are going to solve homelessness, or look at these shipping container houses that are super low cost. When I actually looked at how they would have to be constructed, it didn't seem plausible that they would be this like one-stop shop for affordable housing. And not to say that you can't do it, but just to show you that it's about the same as building a normal house with just a few more complications.
For the full cost breakdown, you guys can check out Ben's channel. He really shows everything, how much every part of the process costs. But for now, let's take a look at what this shipping container is like. Okay, so we're outside the first shipping container. One thing you'll note is it looks like it was originally this kind of royal blue color, but they painted it a really, I think, nice matte dark gray. So it turns out it was in fact originally blue. I think we can all agree the gray looks so much better. It's really cool that you can take any of these shipping containers and just paint them whatever color that you want. Let's take a look inside. Okay, stepping inside, I know it's only 8.5 feet wide, but it feels so much bigger because of these floor-to-ceiling windows. Okay, so this is the living area, you would call it, of the shipping container. It's 8 feet by 40 feet in here, so it is pretty long, and you might think that it feels, slim, but actually inside it feels pretty spacious because of these windows. It feels very open. So these doors actually open up completely. You can open them on both sides. It feels even bigger. It's just open to the outdoor space. This, I think, is a really great feature in making any smaller space look bigger. So I think if you're doing a shipping container remodel, you gotta do the opening doors. Like, it's just so cool. So Ben actually makes a lot of this furniture himself, and he went for a really minimal, clean design. Then right off the living area is the kitchen. There's not a lot of options with a shipping container what kind of layout you're gonna do, and I think the one that they went with works really well. The kitchen is really bright, very minimal, and you have everything that you need without extra stuff. So they went with the kitchen just on this side, a sort of galley kitchen. I think it makes sense. You have everything you need, but not too much of it. You don't have a full fridge, you just have this little fridge, and it being an Airbnb, no one is likely going to need a massive fridge. So it really makes the most of the space. I love how they did this sort of custom backsplash, but it looks so cool, right, that they did this design with the little hexagon. Are those hexagons? I don't know for sure. They're not octagons, they are hexagons. It looks cool. It's a really nice idea, I think, and they actually have it again over here, so I love that little theme they did. Across from the galley kitchen is this built-in bookshelf. It looks nice and it's functional. You can store things here. I think it works really well in this space. And they have a bunch of books. I've actually been wanting to check out this book, so I probably will read it while I'm here. They have a couple Gary Vaynerchuk books. That's kind of cool. And outside there's also a grill, which I used to make some Beyond Burgers. They were so good. Anyway, back to the kitchen. You'll notice this whole container has a really nice coat of bright white paint, which does make it feel bigger. In the kitchen, there are cabinets on the bottom and then shelves on the top. For an Airbnb, I think this is really smart because then you're not, fumbling around looking for things. You can see exactly where they are. Over here, they also have a built-in pantry. So it's kind of mini, but it's got everything you need. It comes with a bunch of spices and whatnot. Then off of the kitchen, you have a bathroom. They have a pocket door to separate this, which I think is smart. Having an actual door swing open in here would be pretty annoying. But here's what the bathroom looks like. It's very cool in here. It doesn't actually feel too small either.
So the bathrooms are the challenges, right? Because you kind of are stuck with this choice, is you either put the bathroom at the end of one, assuming that you don't, stitch two together. But, the inside of a shipping container after you insulate it is only just about 7 feet wide. So that means that you're either gonna have to walk through the bedroom to get to the bathroom, or you're gonna have to walk through the bathroom to get to the bedroom, or just make it like a loft style space.
This bathroom had the most high-tech shower I've ever seen in my life. You press a button and it turns on, and it could even tell you what temperature it was at. I never knew I needed a smart shower until now, but I thought this was pretty cool. Then at the end of this first shipping container is the bedroom. This is the little bedroom. It is small, but they fit a full-size bed in here, and it's got an air conditioning unit. It actually, it feels pretty good size. So each of the bedrooms have full-sized beds. I really like how they have these windows at the end. It feels like a picture frame looking out to the outside. It looks really nice.
In a small space, you don't need a lot of design features. There used to be shows on like Cribs, Pimp My Ride, or stuff like that, and they show like, look at this ultimate limousine, and it has like all these features. But when you tend to add too much features or too many ideas into a small space, it can get really, really cramped. And it just looks like this cluttered thing of like things that were hot at that moment, but not necessarily adding to the value or overall great experience of the place.
So this minimal design is not some random aesthetic. It really does make the shipping container feel bigger and more modern. All of the doors in this home actually have windows on them, making the whole place feel bigger and brighter. And they just used a curtain to separate the bathroom from the bedroom, which is really easy to set up, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Now let's take a look at the second container. So remember that this container is smaller. It's actually only 20 feet long, but they're still able to make it a very functional guest bedroom and bathroom. This is the second detached bedroom. So this is a much smaller shipping container, and they really just have a bedroom and bathroom in here. So again, this fits a full-size bed, and the full-size bed fits across with a little extra room. They could probably get away with a queen. We probably got like 5 or 6 feet of space here just for walking, and then the bathroom. They went for one of these sliding doors here. The sliding door is great because it's not gonna swing open and take up a ton of room. So this container actually had a full bathroom with a bathtub, and again, they do that really cool picture frame looking window. I love how they added this window. It makes the small space feel bigger and brighter. So while the container themselves are really nice, I think they're really well done. What's maybe even cooler is all the outdoor space that you have. So it's on a pretty big plot of land. There's a ping pong table, a pizza oven, there's a good sized deck in the back, and also a day bed in between the containers. So this is sort of like the backyard. There's just a ton of open land. Very cool. It's actually the shape of a skull if you look from the top. Then over here, you could fill this with ice and have drinks out here. So I think the shipping container was really well done. You can book it on Airbnb. That's actually how I found it. And if you're seriously interested in building a shipping container, definitely check out Ben's channel because he really laid out how he built this thing. All in all, I was so impressed with the shipping container. It felt way more like a home than I expected. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys wanna see other alternative living styles and homes, I'll link all the videos I've done of those below, and I will see you guys next week. Oh my god, that was my best handstand I've done in a while.